Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Anna from Astral Tarot. Today I actually have an unboxing first impression of a vintage deck. I am filming this on Thursday and I just realized it's the full moon, which is why things are absolutely bonkers. Things are so weird. Yeah, I just had to go out to buy a new SD card, for instance, otherwise I wouldn't be able to film this. Now, I believe this is going to be up on Saturday the 8th, but maybe the week after that, I don't know. This is actually a tarot swap with Dani Mystic. So we have decided, why not, because we're both on YouTube, to do a collab. Now, I don't know what collab rules are. They're more like guidelines anyway. But I have, at this moment, nothing else to film. And I really want to see what this deck does, how it feels, how it reads, what it looks like. So yeah, this is just what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna open it on the full moon, on the day and the night where the weirdos are out. I'm telling you, yesterday evening coming home from work, it was a very strange, even unsettling feel outside. So yeah, strange things. What is it? Is it just a full moon? Is Mercury in retrograde again, as astrology knowers often talk about? I don't know, but everything is malfunctioning and I am not handling it very well. Yes, I am annoyed. Anyway, all of that is actually okay because I am now at home filming. Gonna open a new deck, welcome it to this already weird tarot deck family, and I'm so glad that you are here with me. So let's go ahead and do it. So yes, this is a trade with Dani Mystic, as I said. I sent her my vintage Bosch tarot, pretty sure it's vintage, and she sent me this basically already adopted into my underdog tarot family deck. So let's open it. So we came up with a few tag questions, if you will. Very simple, but of course the decks are gonna speak for themselves. And oh yeah, by the way, a few of you definitely got it right. Ah, Terrestrial Tarot! This is so weird. Oh, it smells so nice. It smells like a type of incense or something, or no, a type of scented candle I used to have. Okay. This is actually made by Dutchies. Yeah. Created by Ara Gerhard and Ad Zeeuwen. Very Dutch names, as far as I know. Printed in Belgium. Maybe Belgium, folks. Who knows? US Game Systems. A unique tarot system uniting magical images from the natural world with the power of elemental forces. Yes, as far as I know, this is a very elemental energy heavy deck because the suits are named Earth, Water, Air, and Fire, I believe, instead of, tarot tradition, wands or batons, and then coins, cups, swords. So, starting off well with the Celtic cross spread, everybody's favorite. Look at this. These weird guys. What the hell? Oh, this is probably a part of an elephant, right? So, really quickly, I honestly don't really care about this fact, but I just know about it. These are the backs. Cool. Um, how this deck was made, it's a photo manipulation. Basically, they took photos of animals and bugs, etc., basically all wildlife, and then mirroring it. So you get some really weird, it's basically a deck full of butts that look like eyes. And they color graded it. I know green is coins, blue is probably the water suits, right, etc. And then you got some red and yellow. Yeah. So, Terrestrial Tarot deck, the creating powers. Reality is full of power. We're starting off with the Magician card. These cards are so new. Probably never used before. Obviously, who would read with this? I mean, really. Well, welcome to the 90s family, I guess. Let's read this extra card. The Terrestrial Tarot deals with the energy of life, the creating powers. The artists have combined their professional skills into this tarot because Ara Gerhardt is an artist and Ott is experienced in the world of energy and powers. In their basic form, these images are compositions from the structures of living material, mainly from the animal world. These basic compositions have been worked with a variety of techniques to create the image which rightly represents and expresses the power that is embedded in that particular form. The resulting images can serve as gateways to a direct contact with these powers. It's so funny, again, you know, of course we love to claim this, but maybe it was a thing in the 90s. As I'm getting more 90s decks, I realize so many creators of the time, at least, claim that their deck is the one that expresses these energies that are otherwise not, attained. So you have to look at these images and meditate on them, and that's how you'll reach this higher level of understanding, which is, of course, something that I guess most spiritual folk, including myself, love to reach as a goal. It's just, it's funny that it's always mentioned in the weird decks. Yeah, I have here next to me the Ancient Mysteries tarot deck, and a similar thing is claimed that this is, even looking at this most abstract image, Ten of Water, that it will give you some sort of epiphany or something, which it might. I don't know. I haven't worked with it enough to know. I actually really like this Eight of Air. And all the fire is like little altars. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It's just interesting. Interesting that it's not about a deck that reads well. It's about a deck that gives you something that other deck absolutely cannot. Even though all of these decks claim the same thing, But that's fine, The Thoth deck was a channeled deck too, pretty sure. Okay, the thing is, I'm not going to try to guess what the animal was or animals were, except when you can absolutely totally see it. This priestess looks like an elephant, and you don't know what you're looking at, right? Is it a butt? And this could be a fish? I don't know. This is funny that it's called Terrestrial Tarot because it has such extraterrestrial energies, right? Qualities, vibe, again with that word. The consort instead of the empress. And then this is the image on the box, might be, I'm not sure. The ruler instead of the emperor. So I knew this was another ugly one, but I really wanted it. And I don't think this deck is going to go anywhere. I kind of like this Lover's card. Isn't that just the weirdest? I'm realizing that they all look like either aliens, because we don't know what they look like anyway, right? Or fairies. Graham Hancock theorizes that fairies and aliens are the same thing. And they also look like toads. So this is the sage. Oh, I like that. I like that. That would be the hermit, right? Number 9. Looks like at least a turtle or tortoise. So they're all, it's funny how they, this one looks like a troll, like a 90s troll, you know, with the hair and the little diamond belly button. They were already ugly in the 90s and now even more, it seems. It's just nostalgia kicking in. I really like the colors, actually. That really does give a lot, doesn't it? Such a deep purple hematite type purple for the justice card. Oh, yes. Purple being pride. Purple also being very spiritual. It's the laws that go beyond man, right? I might be able to read with this deck, guys. Ooh, inversion instead of hanged man. I love these colors and shapes. Okay, I'm loving this more than I thought I would. I thought this was just because I haven't seen all the images. Definitely not. Just a few, and I figured that this gotta be my deck, okay? I wanted to keep it as a surprise, and I think I'm gonna be able to read with this. Maybe not for others, but just in a absolutely intuitive level, looking at shapes and colors and just feeling your way through the cards. Look at this. These little shapes in there, they look like thorns. And then it looks like a helmet. So I can definitely see how they got death from this. Yeah, in the Toth and the Rider-Waite-Smith, yeah, they both have a helmet, right? Because it's like a knight, or one of the knights of the apocalypse. Balance. Oh, wow. They look like toads and trolls and aliens and little monsters. Does anybody see where I'm getting at? Let me just show you. Little trolls, little friends, little monsters, little demons. So I'm not much, I don't pair decks a lot. What I like to do though is, ever since I started doing Patreon readings, or opened up my Patreon basically, I have started doing patchwork spreads for clients as well. But before that, I just did patchwork for myself because when I was in the store or even did online readings one-on-one, I just took one deck, maybe a second one, maybe an oracle, you know? But patchwork spreads for years were just something I did for myself. And this is just one of those decks that absolutely fits into my family of weirdo underdogs. Really. Just, this is the moon. This is the moon. Some sort of lizard. Oh, it's so cute though. It's cute and creepy and disturbing and funny all at the same time. And of course, it's part of the paradoxical underworld that fits the Triomphe de la Luna deck, which is my favorite deck, in case you didn't know. AKA, in case this is your first video of mine. It fits so well, even the colors and the whole style. It's so interesting, because one of them, of course, was drawn and the other one is photo manipulation. And the very rough one at that. But I like it. There is so much you can see in this. I'm honestly so pleasantly surprised. Rebirth, this would be the Aeon or Judgment, and you can see it. Unity for the world or universe. And then, oh, I'm liking this. I'm liking more and more that decks either have no words on them at all, or they actually have these keywords slash titles like the Thoth. So the Ace of Swords is knowing, and the Two of Swords is status quo, etc., etc. The page looks like a crazy, crazy bird. Just look at this, man. One of my other Ride or Die decks, the Crow's Magic Tarot, which absolutely is friends with my Triomphe della Luna, and is also absolutely friends with the Terrestrial Tarot. This is amazing. They're both, of course, 90s decks, and both so ugly. Oh, okay. This is some sexual tension right here. The rising power with the Ace of Wands. I did not expect to like this as much as I'm doing now, which sounds weird because I have a very curated collection. You know, when I don't work with the deck, I cull it. Okay, this is where it's starting to kind of lose me, to be honest. With those little weird cups. Why are there little weird cups? Because so far, the little weird swords did not stick out to me as much. You see, it's still kind of abstract. Oh, that looks like a person. Wow. I love it. And the wands also absolutely look, you know, it's just 10 of something, or what am I saying? Yeah, 10 of something. But here it's very clearly cups, and I wish maybe they would have looked more like bowls or something, where you, yeah, this is, see how weird this is? This is now in a very strange, unconventional deck, looking too much like a tarot card to me. Whereas more often than not, I have the critique on tarot art that it doesn't look enough like a tarot card. So it just depends on the deck, obviously, but this, I still like it. Loss. I pulled this card in another deck, obviously, in the Moroccan Fez I was using for a client today, the Five of Cups, and I realized from that perspective of that particular deck, you kind of look trapped, right? Because you're looking out to the world, whereas you are trapped inside somewhere and you're trying to leave. But I had this weird epiphany as I was doing the reading that with the Five Cups, right, there's always a few that are knocked over and then a few that are still standing. The one knocked over sometimes have this weird green liquid coming out of it. And I realized it's a detox card because you're trying to rid yourself of, well, especially in that reading and context, you're trying to rid yourself of the malicious things and just overall bad energies that have come into your life. So you're aiming there to get back this emotional health, basically. And the moment of loss and disappointment in the Five of Cups, it actually is because you have been drinking poison all along. And now it's time for your body, your emotional state, you know, your overall self to rid itself of those toxins, of that poison that you've been exposed to, that you've been ingesting, that has been infiltrating into your life. The process of detox, either way, isn't pretty. So it feels like in any five, in any bridge, that you're kind of falling into this void and there's nothing good to hold on to. But there is. It's just about trusting the process, really. And I guess this card kind of reminded me of that because Five of Cups here also could be a moon card. And somehow it reminded me of that. Another blast from the past, Felicity. Yeah, she used to be Nine of Cups before she cut her hair, right? Yeah, this is so fun. This is my most color graded deck. Okay, the moving form. Ah, just the titles alone make you think, make you contemplate all these options. So here's another deck that has that same effect on me. Morgan's Tarot. Just, yes. And actually, it also aesthetically kind of goes together because these borders are white. And yeah, Morgan's Tarot definitely is actually an oracle deck, but it's full of humor as well. But together with the little guidebook, or little white book, there's a lot to contemplate. Order. If there is a judge, you are it. Then, of course, I thought in this patchwork spread that I just might do later on today, the little tiny deck that elevates pretty much everything. The Secret Pocket Oracle. Does it work? I don't know. Oh, there they go. They really like to fly. Well, I'll pick these up later. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe in a patchwork spread, but to maybe just these two together, I guess not. Also, the deck is basically speaking to me, right? They just all fell on the ground. Like, no, we don't want to be part of this weirdo. It's too weird. Whereas, just own it, man. You are the weirdo.
We are the weirdos, mister.
Another one? Maybe. That could be fun. The Tantric Dakini Oracle. Oh. Then we have some extra cards that I'm not sure I will use in readings when shuffling the deck. It's kind of extra. We have an earth card, an air card, and then a fire card, which I do like. And then water. My least favorite looking suit thing. And the Fool right here. Fun. Last deck I thought would be cool to pair it with. Hear me out. Oh no, second to last one. Maybe Ritual Tarot? Look, I love this deck. And it might work well. Because after all, they are two weirdos. Ritual Tarot can be very grounding, but also completely bonkers way out there. Just depends on what you want to see. Anyway, that might work. Although, it works best with the first few decks I showed. Pretty sure. And then, with the Toth deck. Yeah. I feel that works. Might not need the greenie, right? Might just use a more normally colored Toth deck. But actually, yes, this works. Why does this work? Look, lust and strength popping up together. This is such an interesting image. And I know what some people are gonna say, that it's super ugly and it's not tarot, but there's something I'm gonna get out of this. I'm sure of it. Okay, so Toth works with this, at least visually. I just have to, give it a chance. I'm gonna try it with Toth. I'm gonna try with Triomphe della Luna, my paradoxical baby. Maybe Ancient Mysteries, definitely Crow's Magic Tarot. And yeah, Tantric Dakini, I think. and Morgan's Tarot. So that's a lot. We'll see. You know, when it comes to patchwork spreads, you just kind of shuffle and pull cards as you go along. So you might not have a plan beforehand, really, on how many decks you're going to use. Okay, I'm going to shuffle this a lot to get the bow out because I'm not into the banana decks. So basically shuffling against the grain. Here are finally the questions of the tag that Dani and I agreed on. What attracted you to this deck? The fact that it's absolutely, completely weird. Not a lot of people have it. Because of that, the mystery. Without a doubt, the mystery. The fact that it's called Terrestrial Tarot, and yet all the images, even though they're obviously taken from Earth, look like from another place. They look like extraterrestrial. They look like aliens. Upon first glance, what is your favorite and least favorite card and why? Ooh, okay, so least favorite cards, I've already shown you. It's definitely part of the water suit. Just because of those little cups, not sure about it. And, you know, might as well just take out this one. Because pretty sure I'm gonna like the Ace of Wands more than just the water card. So that one's gone. My favorite card though, I don't know if this is true, but so far this one totally stands out. And I did not think I would like this as much as I did, because this is one of the, as much as I do, because this is one of the cards that I did see in just the 2 unboxings so far that are on YouTube of this deck. And so, as I did with Crow's Magic, I just looked at the first few cards and figured if it was a deck that I would like or not. I did like it and I stopped watching, and I think I made it until maybe the 6th card. But looking at it on screen, I wasn't so sure because it's just a deer with no head. Yet, this composition and the fact that it's actually the Lover's card and it's called Synergy now, I just absolutely adore this. Also, the fact that the colors are so pretty. These are beautiful. This is a beautiful deck to me. Do you have a specific purpose in mind for using it? Well, obviously, just regular tarot readings. Let's start with readings for myself. Patchwork, absolutely. And then I really want to give this one a go for meditation, actually. Because I like the different angle and different art style of this deck, where I feel it enters the same world as the Triomphe della Luna. To me, it's paradoxical underworld where everybody's a little demon, a little monster, but they're all very friendly. They're my friends and I'm one of them. Everybody's underdog and everything is dark light. Yes, I actually have a whole astral realm with the Triomphe della Luna paradoxical deck, and I feel this one is just part of the same place, or almost. 7 of Cups depth. Wow. I love it. Oh, I have a new obsession already. Like, I have too many decks, too many new decks. I'm overwhelmed, man. Okay, but it's okay. This is just one deck, and it so fits so well with all the decks that I love to work with on a daily basis. So, what kind of readings do you think you will do with this deck? Kind of already said it. It's gonna be tarot knowledge, obviously. Seeing it's the King of Swords, you're gonna start coming up with some things regarding King of Swords, but then looking at the image, yeah, that's gonna be very intuitive and just. I like that the formula of this deck is you're looking at something a composition of things that you know, animals, etc., that you've seen before, but you don't know that you're looking at those things. And so it becomes a whole new different image, therefore also means something else. So it's a weird brain collage. And I guess I kind of like that weird effect, that weird feel. Okay, this was my collab with Dani Mystic. Probably uploaded on a very different date than her video, because I know at this point the Bosch tarot deck is a few states away from her home, so it might take a few days, maybe after this weekend. Who knows how fast that mailing service is over there. But to be honest, I really wanted to open this deck and film this video and post it, so I might just post it this weekend. Anyway, you'll see it when it's up. So I want to thank you all for being here. If you want to see more of the collection that I have, why I keep decks, why I call decks, just tarot in depth, a lot of talk. It's not just opening tarot decks and first impressions on this channel, and you haven't done so already, please subscribe. That would help me out a lot. Of course, I love comments, so let me know what you think of all of this, and feel free to check out all of these other videos that are already up on my channel about tarot and oracle and all things related, really. Thank you so much to Dani for accepting to do this trade with me. Yeah, it's funny how this deck found its way to me. And I wish you all a wonderful weekend. See you next week. Much love.